It's your average Tuesday here on the homestead. I thought I would do a vlog style video for y'all and sort of give you a day in the life. So I just cut my soap. I'm watching Lauren the Mortician. If it's one of my weird likes, I guess you could say, sort of morbid things. So yeah, I just cut my soap because apparently y'all like to watch those 30-second soap cutting videos. And I'm gonna heat up my coffee. The kids are off to school. Chris brought me home an extra coffee this morning. He likes to go to Tim Hortons, and so on his way to work, he goes by our, whoa, sorry about that. He goes by our road, and because of that, he brings me coffee. So next on my list is, there's my I'm Spooky All Year Round mug, one of my favorites. So next on the list is to watch the council meeting while I work on uploading my 30-second soap cutting video to Instagram and posting. I have to photograph. So yes, I'm gonna watch the council meeting and upload my 30-second soap cutting video and upload the photos to my website of my Arc of the Wild Hare soap. Let me see if I can get some video. I love watching the birds too. Frank, right over there. He really shows up in the sun. Now I put this bird feeder, there he is. And I put this bird feeder out. I've been putting it out for a few years now on this side. And because of all of those bushes there, the little birds, they really like it because they can sort of fly into the bushes there for cover between coming and getting seeds. And there's Frank's offspring right there. Frank and Phyllis's offspring from this past last season. As you can tell, it's gonna be a boy. He's starting to get red on his wings. Phyllis is probably setting on a nest right now, from what I read. And I call them Frank and Phyllis because they're named after my grandparents, because my grandparents were the ultimate in couple goals. They loved each other so much and just took care of each other so much. So yeah, there's Frank and his offspring, which I don't name the offspring because they move on eventually. Like, he's still trying to find his way. He's here because Frank showed him that there's food here, but he'll move on soon enough when the new little offspring from Frank and Phyllis hatch out. So yeah, I have my reheated coffee. Council starts at 9, so I'm gonna get all of my stuff in order here and settle in for that. And maybe I will post some, I'll do some more video after. I'm gonna do some plant care today too and sort of take it easy. I tried to take it a bit easy after working one day. So it's work one day, take it a bit easy the next, because I'm still just, I'm a chronic illness girly. So when I take it easy, I just like to do a few plant chores. And you can see I have like house plants everywhere. So I'll try to vlog a bit of that. after I get going. I also have to get, you know, the usual house chore stuff, laundry and all of that fun stuff going. I do have to type up some stuff for my taxes, just the last little bit. And yeah, maybe just edit some of this video, get it ready for YouTube. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. And if you like this style video, like a day in the life type vlog, let me know. I'd love to give you a glimpse of what I get up to as a content creator and a business owner and a chronic illness girly and a plant lover and a witchy girl and all of the layers that I have in my life. So yeah, we're gonna get ready for council. One of my other passions is community, and that being said, I keep a close eye on what my local government is doing. I keep a close eye on what the provincial and federal government are doing. I'm an anarchist, but I do believe in not turning a blind eye to what the government is doing and using my my voice to advocate for people. And I gotta let the dog out. So here's a funny story. I'm just turning it on to get ready to watch the council meeting, and it doesn't come on until 5:28 p.m. So we're gonna get busy with plant chores shortly, and I'll take you with me as I get them done. Okay? It's me. So now that I know council meeting isn't until this evening, I've finished cutting my soap, and I remembered to get the laundry going before it was too late. I'm gonna put my soap into the containers that I store my soap in. If you haven't seen those or been around here shopping, the famous red plate. That's the plate that I photograph all of my soap in, and then I keep them in these sealed containers, and they get labeled. Yeah, they get labeled, and so the label says what's in it. And the name. So I put what's in it, of course, on everyone, because occasionally when people come to shop, I'll bring out various soaps and they can sniff them. And if you have allergies, you know, you really need to know what's in it. And I don't store my soap with labels like my business label on there because it just looks nicer when the label is fresh and crisp. So when you buy it, if you don't want a label, that's fine. A lot of people don't take a label. That saves the environment, you know, saves me using a label and ink. But if you want a label, I give you the soap and I stick the label on before you get it. It's nice and crisp and clean that way. And so they're all stored in my soap room. And I think I've shown my soap room a bit before online. But yeah, they're just stacked in there. And with all of my other products. I need a new phone stand, a new tripod. But sorry, because it's jiggly. And then, of course, famous Sophie, who is famous because you can always hear in the background clacking around. So yeah, got my soap cut and ready to put away. It's posted online, and I'm gonna just get some things together and start some plant chores, and I'll take you with for that. Yeah, we'll go from there, I guess. Okay, so first thing I have to do is just water these moss pools. And this is my big pump water jug I use. This is the front one is a philodendron painted lady, one of my favorites. I'm not putting any water in the pot. I'm just getting these wet. If you don't keep the moss pole wet, then the plant won't like attach to it. So every couple days you gotta water it. Sometimes I do it like this. Sometimes I'll take it into the bathroom, into the tub, and water them in there. I'm not watering the plant pot. I'm just getting the moss pole wet. And then I'm just gonna check around here and see if there are other plants that need a bit of water. It's, you don't really go on a schedule. I don't go on a schedule. I just kind of take it every other day or every couple days and start in a place and make my rounds and just check and see who needs water. Of course, these, like I said, need water. They need watering regularly because you want to keep the moss pole wet, and then your plant like connects onto it and grows up the pole, and you'll get big leaves and a better looking plant like that. And you'll notice that there are only a few on moss poles. Oh, I forgot one, so I'm gonna get the other one and water that too. This one here is a philodendron hybrid. I'm just going around the coffee table. It's a philodendron hybrid. I can't exactly even remember the name of it, but I like it because it has like velvety leaves. There we go. We're just gonna let those drip. So, I just noticed there's a lot of dirt here. So I'm gonna take, while those are dripping, I'm gonna take all these off. I'm just squeezing this. This is a Codex plant. So that means the bottom holds the water for the plant. It's called a Brachystelma species Thailand. Kind of cool. So I'm just squeezing it a little bit, see if it needs water. If it's smushy, it needs water. I just keep all of my little saucers clean, and this is a jewel orchid, which this little stem of it isn't doing well. So I'm gonna have a look at that. The pot that one of those plants goes in. This little beeswax candle. A little ghosty. Little bird. I should put that on my altar for spring. This little stand I thought was cute. I don't know what it's really for, but I stick a plant pot on there. And the floor gets done last because there is always dirt after I water. This little piece of quartz came from Lake Rosignol. It's like a quartz growth on top of it was on top of a rock, and it sheared off. This aloe is a beast, and it's sun stressed. That's why it's pink and purple, and it's got a little damage on it, but it's a hardy guy. My avocado tree that my friend Julie gave me needs a new pot, needs a little bit of a refresh. As I said, there's dirt, always dirt everywhere. I just swept that into the garbage. Chris is a carver, a wood carver sometimes, and this is a wood spirit that he made years and years ago. Yeah. Just gonna sweep that on the floor. And I just have like a natural cleaner. It's like a steel cleaner that I found. I'm just gonna wash that a little bit. It's spring, so you know, it's nice to give things a little wipe down and a little refresh. This plant, I don't know, I'm thinking about getting rid of this, but it's in one of my favorite pots, and I'll need to repot it, and whoever buys it can have the trellis but not the pot, and that needs water. So this is a grow light, if you can see that from there. Sophie's toys are under here. I'm gonna bring this out without like taking everything out with it. I'm gonna go and maybe sit this on over here and water it. You probably can't, there. I was gonna say, you probably can't see me, but I'm just gonna give it a water. And I think it needs a little trim in some places. So yeah, there's a couple of yellow leaves on here. I'm gonna cut those off. Just gonna try to slide it on here a little bit. It's very dusty, so I'm gonna take it into the shower at some point, probably not today, and I take them in there and give them like a really good shower off. So now it's all, I think I got all of the yellow leaves. Oh, there's a little stem that's not growing. Oh, and a yellow leaf down here. It's basically a bunch of pieces of the same plant that I stuck in this pot. It's growing really well. It's a Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. They're similar to philodendrons, or similar to monsteras, but they're not in the monstera. I think they get a different flower on them and a different fruit, and that's what puts them in a different class. But everything is dripped and watered, so I'm going to start reassembling that. Yeah, so this, I don't know if I said, but this is a pink princess. Has a new leaf coming. Hopefully that will pop open. It has 2 new leaves. Nice. This one is an unknown philodendron, but I think it used to be called the Bloody Mary. I like it because it has like black, sort of blackish red leaves. Nothing ever goes back the way it came out of here. And I did chop a lot of the leaves off of my avocado. I wanted the newer, nicer leaves to come in. This one goes up here. Let's see. This is an orchid. This is an orchid called Oncidium Siku Marguerite. It's bloomed for me once. I hope it blooms again. That needs water. Oh. Yeah, I'm not exactly steady on my feet. This one looks pretty good for now. It's blooming. And this one does smell. If you ever see the orchids in the stores and they have these spots on their leaves, they usually are fragrant orchids. Can look for that. And oh, I should put these back. These little trinkety things. I'll put the bird up here. I'm gonna refresh my altar later. This is a Hoya. It is a lacunosa, and it blooms all the time. And when it blooms, it smells like sunscreen. You see, it's getting a new bloom on it now. It doesn't need water just now. I like sorry. This is my philodendron ring of fire. It's like variegated. Just checking to see if it needs water. It needs a repot. But it's not getting it today. Yeah, no, we're good for water on that. I like these clear pots because I can see if they need water. I think what I'm going to do is just as a side project, I'm going to clear all this off. I should have done this a few days ago, but I'm recovering again from a flare-up, and so I'm going to take all of this off, give this a nice clean down. I have some spring things that I want to put out for my altar, and just give it a nice cleaning. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to water like these plants. I'll just show you sort of what my altar looks like. It's not my favorite to have it under the TV, but you have to sort of work with what you got. And as you can see, it takes up a considerable amount of space. But yeah, there's sort of what my altar looks like. I have some special things on here. So this is a piece of artwork with a hair on it. See? And of course the full moon. That is by my dear friend Willow. And this is a piece of artwork by my dear friend Marg Millard. And this is a little note that my grandmother wrote to me before she passed away. And it says, "You're such a good girl. I love you." At that point, she wasn't talking much and couldn't hear. So we would write notes back and forth. And I was visiting her in the hospital, and I was just asking her, I think, about if she wanted anything, and we were writing back and forth, and she wrote that, and I kind of snuck it in my pocket without her knowing. I thought she might feel weird about it if I told her. I told her it was the grocery list. So yeah, I've got my crystal ball, just different crystals, lots of spoons. This one was carved by, I can't remember. And I can't remember who carved that one. This one was carved by Chris. As a chronically ill person, spoons are a theme in my life, but also my mom used to play the spoons, so these are a set of spoons that she used to play on. My oldest sister Donna made this medicine pouch for me and beaded it with a crow, so we keep that there. It doesn't have any medicine in it just right now, but I keep it there. This little watch has all the zodiac signs. That's was Chris's mom's, and she's still around. I didn't mean to sound like she had passed, but she's still around, but I keep that here because she's another strong female figure in my life. Lennon bought me that little doggy. Yeah, this crystal I got when I was with my dad. We went to Upper Clements Park. If you're not from around here, it was like a theme park. And for some reason I wanted that, and he bought me that, so I've had it ever since I was a little kid. There's other crystals that people have given me that love me. This one came from my adopted brothers Peter and Dennis. On the West Coast, my oldest sister Donna beaded this, so I keep that. My grandmother painted this little dish, so that's on my altar. There's some herbs and some plants, some beads, the stag. These wooden bowls, burl bowls, Chris has started to carve. Of course, my smudge pot, this antler piece. One day I want to paint this. I have an idea now what I want to paint on it. I didn't for a long time. I was waiting for inspiration. The last tarot cards I pulled, air plants. These are hand blown by my adopted brothers Peter and Dennis on the West Coast. They gave me those. This little pine needle basket was made by Willow, who has become such a dear friend to me. Of course, there is Medusa, a symbol of feminism and divine feminine energy. I just got this crystal at the Museum of Natural History for spring. Nice citrine, some other crystals that were given, a little crystal crow. This, and my altar cloths. This one is designed by Jessica of the Forger's Daughters. She designed a tarot deck, and it came with this altar cloth, which needs to be cleaned. There's little flowers on here to honor my plants. Yeah, occasionally I'll get a candle to burn for a little bit for the scent. And yeah, that's my altar, a little ghosty. Mugwort is another bowl that Chris made with some smudgy things and more crystals. This wand is something that I work with quite a bit. These are for using your pendulum. This just came back with my good friend Mike. He brought me this back from Cambodia, which he says was a very emotional space, because if you're not familiar, Cambodia had horrible genocide there, and the people there remain strong and committed to their faith and each other, and they carved that. So yeah, that's my altar. And then of course, like, there's plants down here and a lamp, and over here is my carving, whoops, by Eternity Chainsaw Carvings, Eternity Carvings. Rob Milner carved that, and my hat made by Wild Heart Nova Scotia, my asparagus fern that I love so much, various other plants, you know, that type of thing. Just gotta sit down for a few minutes. So yeah, I think I'm gonna clear all that off and get it refreshed for spring. The spring equinox, the new year, was just a couple days ago. So yeah, let's give it a refresh and a new look for spring. Bring out some of my other spring themed offerings for my altar. I'll do a little pan to show you when I'm done. Welcome back. It's after lunch, and I've made a lot of progress over there, and I'm currently watching Sydney Plant Guy. I'm gonna mute Sydney Plant Guy. If you don't subscribe to him and you like planty content, you should. So yeah, I've made a lot of progress here. Everything's been cleaned down. I even made, because I realized I didn't have anything to like cleanse my altar, and it was feeling a bit heavy, so I made an altar spray. So in this little spray bottle, some mugwort, some witch hazel, black obsidian, and citrine to lighten it, and then some sage oil. And so it's been nice to really, as I put things out, just spray, and I've been watering my plants as I go, and I'll take you over there to show you how far we are with the altar. Okay, so you can see a lot of things are put back. My plants I want to keep the same over here. Medusa stays here because she's an icon, but she also blocks the light from this lamp. It's a bit too aggressive for me. And so this is a shawl that I wore on my wedding day, and I just love purple, is my favorite color. I thought it was a bit lighter to put that on. I washed my altar cloth and dried it, and I'm starting to assemble things back. I wanted to keep these flowers sort of in view. I like how they're positioned here. There's my little painting by Willow, and of course Marg's painting is here, and my grandmother's little note, and my spoons, of course. And so I'm gonna start to put a few more offerings here, and let's see if I can Okay, I'm gonna just go and grab something. Alrighty. So this is a hummingbird nest that that I found last year, and I want to put it on my altar. Hummingbirds, they're strong little creatures, and they're very resourceful. I know we all love them for all the things. They're also very spiritual. They move so quickly, and they move between seen and unseen, in my opinion. So I want to put that little nest there as a reminder. This little thing here, let's see. This little thing has some of my crystals in it just to move them. I like this one. I can't remember what it is, but I want to put it out. These have like some spring colors to them. A little mushroom. Let's put that by, it's not going to stay there. Let's put the little mushroom here. I don't think I'm going to keep this out. A lot of witchy people use these for a vessel to burn in. I haven't. I just haven't done that yet. So I'm gonna put it in my drawer here. Let's see. I've got some more things. My crystal that I got with my dad, that always goes on my altar as a symbol of, you know, my dad and my ancestors. I've got lots of other crystals that I like to keep on there. Things that I've gotten on my travels. My little crow, of course, here to show me. This is just a piece of quartz that I picked up at some point. It's a nice little piece. This one, I just want to put them around. My watch goes back on my altar. I did put this little bird back, this little bird here for spring. Lennon has been sculpting these little sculptures. So I want to honor that and keep it on my altar. My little pine needle basket that Willow made. Just gonna tuck it in there. She also made this little heart for me for Valentine's Day, and it's made out of tea bags. I think it's just the cutest little thing. I'm so fortunate to have people in my life like Willow. Of course, an egg. This is generally on my altar. I'm just gonna place it. I don't think you can see it, but I'll show you when things are done. My crow candle. I like to keep that up here. The crows are very dear to me. There's another sculpture. I think Chris might have done this one. A little skull for me. Skulls and skeletons remind us all that we are the same inside. Of course, my smudge pot has got to come back out. There. Let's see, that wooden bowl over there that Chris made. I got these candle holders from my dear friend, Deb Melanson. They're made out of marble. They're really exquisite. I just want to find a spot for them for now. There's 3 of them. And of course, I've got some incense in a little pretty jar. This is actually made by a friend of mine, Deborah Monty, or Bohr. She's a Heilkunst holistic practitioner, health practitioner. Got this little flower we're gonna put here by the bird. Some other little stones and crystals. My citrine I want to put in the, hummingbird's nest. Citrine's good for attracting, my gosh, my brain is not functioning right now. Citrine is good for attracting good things and wealth. I know I'm missing some things. I'm not sure where I put them. Oh, this is for protection, and it's important, I think, to keep this out. There's my labradorite wand. I want to put there. And the other special things that I had out, I put them in my drawers. I have this for holding the tarot cards that I pull, and I do want to pull some tarot cards later. So I'm just gonna put this back where it goes. I like to keep it there. This is my selenite sphere. That's for cleansing, so you can use this to cleanse your space or an object or a person. And this is, big surprise, my hair is all over the place. This is just a nice piece of quartz that I got, and it makes a nice resting spot for sometimes for my smudge bundle, and sometimes just for things like my selenite orb. So yeah, there's all my plants, my beautiful hand-blown glass items, some air plants, all of my goodies. I think the purple really gives a spring vibe. And the rest of the crystals and objects, I think I'm going to put away. I think I'll put this one here. And let's just grab Sophie's bed. There's a terrarium that I made last year, I think. It's growing very well. It's a cow skull in there. Lots of plants in my IKEA greenhouse. That's the next step, is checking and watering these plants. They do dry out quite quickly in there, even though the humidity is 79%. So I'm gonna just give a little spritz with my altar spray now that I have everything in its place. It smells delicious, if that makes any sense. It's not harmful to the plants, and it just is going to kind of set all of the intention that I have for this space for spring. Moving into brighter days. I still have my watering setup out because, like I say, my next task is checking and watering all of these. I do have lots of Hoya babies down there that are going to be for sale. So if you're interested, just keep an eye out on my socials because I'll post those. Oh, I don't know if you saw, but there's a beautiful beaver pelt that was given to us by our dear friend Charlie Jollymore. He is a fur buyer and a taxidermist. That's my beautiful pictures. My other cabinet, this one came from Yisk, and it has more and more like succulents and things in it. I just got this the other week. I love it. I love this plant so much. My beautiful begonia up there. This is a philodendron. This trifoil is like variegated. Adansonii. That little creature up there is a kitty. He was roadkill, and Charlie made him into Charlie taxidermied him, and I bought him from Charlie because I just think he is so cute. My messy desk that is gonna get cleaned very soon. I invested in a new MacBook, so I'll be winding down the use of the old HP. All of my gourds, that's a project coming up for Chris and I. My staghorn fern, my Hoya Bella. And yeah, so is almost 2 o'clock. So I'm gonna wrap this video up for today. I hope you like this kind of vlog style video to just talk about what it's like in my world for the day. I'm not sure when I'm gonna post this, but if you liked it, if you like this kind of thing, if you want to see more of what life is like for me in a day, a vlog type video, leave a comment and leave a like or subscribe and all those things. Just really, I'm really starting to get into this, to the vlogs on YouTube. I do short form vlogs on Instagram, but I want to start to do more on YouTube. So like I say, if you like it, share it, let me know. I'll see you later. Have a great rest of the day or the week, whatever time you're watching this. And thanks for watching. Goodbye.